Well, after spending all day ranting about Tesla not advertising, it turns out that according to Sawyer Merritt, Tesla has officially started advertising on X in Japan. Now, just a few weeks ago, I had recommended that and even suggested that I thought the shareholders of Tesla would be perfectly happy if Elon used X as a method of advertising. I am hoping that it spreads from Japan to the United States and Canada and Europe and everywhere else because we need the advertising. Anyway, on the earnings call, Elon Musk stated that the company's market share is low in Japan. That's true, extremely low. And there's quite a lot of a lack of brand awareness of Tesla in country. And Japan has the second most X users of any country. Well, okay, all that's great. I'm just guessing that the country that has the most is the United States. I'm guessing that the brand awareness of Tesla and the brand awareness of some of the issues regarding Tesla is very low throughout the United States. And it's the #1 auto market in the world. But anyway, that's, hopefully that's still to come. So also breaking from now until the end of Q1, Tesla will allow those with lifetime Supercharger to transfer it to their new vehicle if they buy a new vehicle. Anyway, FSD is a question mark. It appeared that maybe FSD was also going to be okay for the rest of this quarter on new purchases to be able to transfer FSD, but now there seems to be question whether that's true or not. It should be permanent. It should always be that way. Tesla, come on, that really makes so much sense. Or at least one transfer in your lifetime, moving it along to the next vehicle. In particular, because I've had FSD now for 3 years. We use it from time to time, and we did get it at a very good price, I think around $7,000. But, we didn't really have the whole deal. So if we were to get our Cybertruck now, we don't want to have to pay for it again. We'd like to be able to transfer it to the Cybertruck. All right, this is Randy Kirk. Please hit like, subscribe, notify. And the reason you want to hit notify is because tomorrow night is usually the best show of the week. When I say best, I mean the one that gets the most views all week long. And that's what I call Monday morning. And on that show, we go over all of the events, all the things that are coming up in the financial world in the coming week. And it's not going to be as big a week as last week. No week is maybe ever going to be as big as last week, but there's a lot of stuff coming next week. We also talk about things that are happening in the world of Tesla, the news, as well as things that are coming up in the future week that might impact Tesla specifically. All right. Then you want to buy some Cybertruck water bottle openers and refrigerator magnets. All that information is in the description below, as well as join Patreon. I'll certainly appreciate that if you would do that for me. All right, we have the Jeff Lutz, our co-host on the Wednesday night program, and Jeff says every EV major stock, Tesla, BYD, LI, Rivian, NIO, XPeng, I guess that is, Lucid are down between 20 and 45% year to date. One trading month, while the NASDAQ, of course, is up 5%. So in his opinion, the media onslaught against EVs is the primary driver, followed by small expectation misses off of a very high growth for Tesla and BYD. Yet the media makes it sound like literally nobody's buying them at all. EV adoption's secular growth is still faster than any other product category shipping outside of AI. And the reality is the costs are coming down rapidly, and the Tesla net promoter score are off the charts high. People like their Teslas, buy them again, and tell their friends too. He says Tesla makes most of the dollars in this space with a tremendous cash position, and they're reinvesting for an AI, SaaS-driven future for auto and beyond, where they monetize the stack from network infrastructure down to the individual consumer. No one company is doing that or has the capability. So, this is everything you just said is true. What can I say? I can't add anything to that. But it is interesting that the media, who is supposed to be all about anything that's going to help deal with the CO2 problem, the media is just trying their best to destroy the EV business any time they can. They're just, I don't know. I don't understand it. Well, I do, because, they get a lot of money from the ICE companies. Yeah, there you go. All right. Hey, from Tip Ranks, they have this. Tesla is a polarizing name and regularly elicits strong opinions. I agree. End of that article. Oh, no. Okay. Some are firmly planted in the bull camp, while others are staunch bears. But can you be in both camps at the same time? Well, according to Baird analyst Ben Kallo, that's possible. He says he is an analyst he's bullish on Tesla's long-term prospects, but thinks the near-term landscape will be more difficult to navigate. As such, Kallo has made Tesla's a bearish fresh pick. That accolade has been granted following the recent news that the Delaware judge said CEO Elon Musk's $56 billion Tesla pay package is too much to stomach. You realize, of course, it wasn't a $56 billion pay package. It was a contingent pay package that was worth about $5 billion at the time and went to $56 billion, while the rest of Tesla stock holders all gained 10 times their holdings during that time. Anyway, the ruling came in response to a shareholder lawsuit regarding a pay package set by the board in 2018. The judge's conclusion was that Tesla and Musk were unable to demonstrate the fairness of the compensation package, indicating the company will need to devise a new compensation plan for Musk. Of course, the judge also wasn't able to come up with what was fair. Why is she a judge? Isn't that her job? Anyway, Kallo expects Musk to appeal against the decision, but in the meantime, it spells bad news for the stock. Bad news for the stock. We believe, he says, that this will create a negative overhang on the stock until additional clarity is given, the analyst said. I'm not sure of that. I'm not clear as to why that would make any overhang. Elon's not going anywhere. Don't believe for 1 second that this will impact his decision to be fully engaged at Tesla. I know that goes to what the judge said, that he didn't need the compensation in order to be excited and thrilled and working hard on Tesla. It's natural and reasonable to be more, if anything, you're going to be slightly more incentivized in a situation like that. But when you're already worth 50, 60, anyway, this is not the only problem, however. Given the ongoing war between Israel and the terrorist organization Hamas, along with subsequent attacks on ships on the Red Sea, Q1's delivery numbers are at risk. A recent 2-week production shutdown at Giggle Berlin resulted from disruptions to steep Red Sea shipping routes. This is likely to lead to a sequential decline in deliveries, jeopardizing the street's forecast of approximately 494,000 deliveries in Q1 compared to fourth quarter 23's approximately 484. So they're thinking that this might mean that there won't deliver quite as many cars in Europe. They did an extra at least 1,000, if not 2,000 last week. And they're only doing about 4,000 to 5,000 a week. So it's maybe impact by 5,000 or 6,000. So, yes, it could. Or maybe they'll come back to work and they'll start doing 6,000 a week pretty regularly until they catch up, depending on what the demand is right now in Europe. Nevertheless, the current problems haven't dampened Kallo's general enthusiasm. Despite these challenges, which we view as near term, we continue to view Tesla as a core holding and one of our favorite names in the longer term, he summed up. Bottom line, Kallo maintained an outperform buy rating on the shares, backed by a $300 price target. The implication for investors, upside of 60% from current levels, and then a recommendation on how to find this guy. Elsewhere on the street, the stock claims an additional 11 buys, 16 holds, and 6 sells for a hold consensus rating. However, going by the $220.98 average price, a year from now, shares will be changing hands at an 18% premium. So in other words, you buy it now, you would make 18% if it is 220, which is, a good amount of money to make for the year. And you may have seen some comments from Dan Ives earlier today on Brighter with Herbert. Dan Ives said the issue is with communication. He also said he looks for the next 6 weeks to be kind of rough on Tesla, but he believes it's going to be just fine over time. And he has a current buy rating at $315 a share. He says the communications problem is not with Elon. He says, let Elon be Elon, but there does need to be an adult in the room. There needs to be somebody out there who can clearly enunciate Tesla's plans, give the expectations that the street can rely on. looking for things like execution, guidance, and guardrails. I think that's all exactly right. I think I've been talking today all about execution. Guidance, yes, I think it's always good to give guidance, but they don't have to. Apple doesn't, many don't. Guardrails, yes, I think guardrails are good. I think that should be part of the explanation, but some kind of general expectation of where things are going. In particular, when it comes to the new items that are sitting out there that are getting absolutely no valuation in the stock right now, like Robotaxi, like Optimus. Now, I know Elon has been giving lots of expectations on Robotaxi for years, so maybe he's gun shy. Anyway, all right. Be sure to hit like if you haven't already done that. Subscribe, notify. I just gave you the reason because tomorrow night is the biggest show of the week. And then, buy Cybertrucks and join Patreon. Those would all be good things to do. Oh, by the way, I did 2 shows earlier today. Both of them had to do with advertising, promotion, about why can't Tesla get to 2.5 million vehicles this year. I've got some feelers out for other people that I've been asking the question. But as usual, this particular crowd doesn't seem to be that interested in advertising, promotion, marketing, all those kind of subject matters. So both of them did really lousy. If you think that you maybe missed something, I think you missed a lot, because of course marketing is one of my favorite things in the world. Anyway, you might want to go back and check those out. I'll put cards up for both of them right here and here, and you might want to go ahead and take a look. I thought they were brilliant. I mean, basically, all right, that's it for now. It's been great talking to you.